Hi, everybody. This is Kim McGrath from Expressions of the Universe, and welcome to your weekly wisdom for March 3rd through March 9th. In this week's installment, I have cards, I have crystals, I have the astrology, and I even have cards for each sign for the Mercury retrograde, the new moon, and the beginning of Uranus moving into Taurus. So let's get started. First, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. I so appreciate you subscribing to my channel. It made my day when I saw how many new subscribers I had. It was wonderful. So the astrology this week, let me get a sip of my coffee first. If you don't know me, I love coffee. If you do know me, you know I love coffee. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. I love it. Love my coffee. All right, so the astrology, really crazy week. There's so many different conjunctions and squares and oppositions and sextiles and trines. We're going to have an explosive week. If you didn't see it, check out last week's weekly wisdom because I did a preparation for the Mercury retrograde. I also posted the tarot scopes for the month of March for each sign. I pull a card, let you know what your energy is going to be. Let's see. March 5th, Mercury will go retrograde. Everybody says it's for 3 weeks, but we've been in the shadow of it. It will take until approximately April 16th to be completely out of it. It is going to be all about integrity, our communications within our relationships. It's a time for us to reflect and think about our authenticity, our integrity. How are we showing up in our relationships? How are we communicating within our relationships or not communicating? So that is the biggest key to the energy that is going on. Then on March 6th, the following day, we have a new moon in Pisces at 15 degrees, which is all about love, the way we think, the words that we say, how we are open and receptive to love or not open and receptive to love. This energy and theme has been going on for several months now. And if you watch me every week, you know that. So new moons, we want to make a list of all the wishes and blessings that we want coming into our lives. Number one. And you know what? I'm really going to get down and dirty with this because I want so many things. Although you have to come from a place of gratitude, number one, and be grateful for the things that you already have and know that you're already taking care of. We have no lack mentality. Know that everything will work out exactly the way it's supposed to. And you know, I even reaffirmed that with myself recently, and I just kept telling myself everything's going to be okay, everything's going to work out. At the 11th hour, everything did come through exactly the way that it needed to. So, you know, even I have to remind myself, and I got to put myself in that quiet place, get good with myself and the universe and not panic, not live in fear, and know that everything will work out. Let's see, what else do we have? So Uranus also on March 6th will move into the sign of Taurus. It's an earth sign. It's about our values. It's about our material world around us. It's about our stability, financial stability, or the way we materialize, the way we manifest. It's a very slow-moving type of energy. Now, Uranus just spent the last 7 years in Aries, so we've seen a lot of explosive things in the world, a lot of things coming out into the light. Uranus does do that. It's like the lightning strike, the revelations ahead of us. bringing things out into the light, similar to Jupiter, but Jupiter is luck. Uranus is a little chaotic, but it's things that need to be seen. It will be not as explosive of an energy as it was in Aries. It will be in the sign of Taurus for 7 years. It's our values, like I said. It's definitely everything earth-based. And it could be literal earth, so, you can expect changing climates, weather craziness. When Uranus moved into Aries 7 years ago, on that very day, the Fukushima nuclear meltdown occurred, affecting over 1 million people. So when these energetic and planetary shifts happen, crazy stuff happens, but it shouldn't be as impactful at first. In the long run, yes, with it being in Taurus. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. There's so much unknown of how this will play out. Uranus spends 84 years transiting all of the signs, and it spends approximately 7 years in each sign. So it's been a while since Uranus has been in Taurus, and I'll have to do a little more research and look back historically to see what happened. But today is not the day, since we do have that Mercury retrograde and the new moon. I think that's the biggest focus right now. This is my little black bag. I haven't pulled a card from there in a couple of weeks, so let's see what the theme is showing up here. And you can't make this stuff up. It's communication, and that's what the theme is this week with the Mercury retrograde, the new moon in Pisces at 15 degrees, communicating with others, with ourselves. It all comes down to the things we say to ourselves, the things we say to others. What is our communication like within our relationship? Or how are we not communicating? I can't even make this up. It's fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. My crystals for the week, because I am focused on prosperity, abundance, joy, and happiness, I would really love to use citrine this week. I know you may have thought that I was going to go for moonstone, but I am really digging this citrine. As it was sitting on my table, it just kept catching my eye, and I thought, yeah, you know what? I want the power of the sun. I am so over winter here in the Northern Hemisphere. I am feeling sorry for those in the Southern Hemisphere because you're getting ready to move into that energy. But let's just think abundantly, think joyously. Let's be happy. And then I want to thank my friend Curry McGuire for gifting this to me. It is a rose quartz seer stone, and now I have my full collection. I have amethyst, smoky quartz, and clear quartz. Now I have the rose quartz. And you scry or look into the stone when you go into a meditative state to, see things. It's a seer stone, and also to gather wisdom. But with this being rose quartz, it is all about the heart. That new moon at 15 degrees, which nets a 6, it is all about the heart. And so I'm going to use this to help me connect better in my relationships. I can maybe come up with some solutions in my relationships and learn how to communicate better. It's a very soothing energy. So I'm looking forward to using that. One other thing that I want to say astrologically, Dana Ross, the holistic hypocrite, praise you, girlfriend, reminded me this morning that Pluto, the planet of change and death and transformation, that darkness, it will be at 22 degrees pretty much all month. And so that's very powerful. I always think that 22, that degree is extremely powerful, no matter what sign or what planet is showing. When I see somebody has a 22 sun sign, I'm always very cautious because you don't know what you're going to get until you get to know that person. It could go one of two ways, either, and it's usually a very dark energy, scattered. But this Pluto at 22 degrees, it really talks about our emotions about transformation, change, death, endings, darkness, hidden things, and we're diving deep down into our emotions during this time. And it nets a 4, which is all about innovation, unconventional themes and topics. It is electricity. It is our belonging and where we belong. So I think with all of these different energies that are going on, we're really diving down deep, especially with this Mercury retrograde. We're going down deep. We're bringing things up to the surface. My guides just told me, don't forget, Chiron just moved into Aries. And there's so many viewers out there that have Chiron in Aries. You were born between 68 and 75. So you're dealing with your wounds. I had another video on that. I have to explore that a little bit more and get out a video just for the Chiron and Aries people. But yeah, we're finding out, where is it that we belong in society? Where do we belong on the path of our purpose? So that is going to be the theme over the next couple of weeks. We're going to do a lot of reflection. Within that reflection, it matches perfectly with the cards that I chose for all of you for this week. And I have to get through this pretty quickly. It's getting long, but I got a new deck. It finally showed up. It's Colette Baron Reed's new Goddess Power deck. Now, for you guys out there, don't be put off by Goddess Power. I have a lot to say about that. It won't be in this week's video, but the Goddess Power has some very powerful messages for all of us. All of us, we all have yin and yang energy, which is masculine and feminine energy. You have to embrace both sides of yourselves. Otherwise, you become off balance. So that's why I said, gentlemen, do not be put off by the fact that I'm using a Goddess Power deck, because we could all have our feminine sides empowered at this time. I will probably botch the pronunciation of these goddesses, but coming in around Monday is, and my nails are a hot mess, I forgot to do them. It's Lizzie and it's Revelation. So I'm expecting this week, with all of the shifting energy, all of the transits, I forgot to mention that the sun will be conjunct Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, so it's almost going to be like we are going down a rabbit hole. We're going into another dimension. The matrix is going to be opened. The vortexes are going to be opened. This is a huge transformational time for all of us. We will have a lot of synchronicities, serendipities. Some people like to call them coincidences, and we're going to have a lot of aha moments. So you really need to pay attention. If you're new here, you'll see more of this explanation on Facebook and Instagram at expressionsoftheuniverse.com. I post the cards during the week, so this card will come in on Monday, where I'll go into full detail about that. Wednesday's card is Epona, and she is the goddess of wise leadership. And when I first saw this, I immediately thought about how we need to be and set the example for what we wish to see in the world. So we can't sit around complaining and bitching about, what everybody else is doing around us, because we need to be the change that we wish to see in the world. We need to show the world how we celebrate our accomplishments as well as be humble when we have some failures, because we all do. More about this card on Wednesday. And then the card that will come in on Friday, and I don't think I could see her name. I'll have to call up my friends in Wales and ask me. It's Ceridwen. And it's about potential. And I think when I saw her, that's what made me want to choose this beautiful, beautiful piece of citrine, because it goes so beautifully with her. And this potential card, what automatically came to me was how our minds, our thoughts, our words, how we act, how we behave is a field of pure potentiality for all of us. So if we think rich, we'll be rich. If we think with a lack mentality, then we will not have what it is that we want. So there's so much potential out here for us to change our lives just by the way we think differently. This is also saying to me that we're being set up this week with all of these planetary shifts for the lives that we wanted, the new beginnings that we wanted, the full potential of what we have been patiently waiting for. And it is all about patience in a lot of, in most cases. You know, things just don't always happen so quickly. But when we can go back and look back in hindsight, we can actually see how much we have changed, how much we have grown, how much we've acquired, and how beautiful things have become. Okay, so let me real quick, I'm going to just give these a shuffle so I can get all of you a card for these transits for each sign real fast. Be sure to check out the March tarot scopes that I have for each sign. Check out my blogs. Check out my March Madness reading sale. And speaking of the March Madness reading sale, I am diligently working through my order list. I've been overwhelmed with orders, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm doing my best to make my way down the list and get all of your readings out to you. All right, so Aries, we'll start with you. And I have to put my glasses on because, as you know, I can't see, I can't read. Okay, so Aries. This is Aaron Hod. Pardon if I botched that up. It's about time. So this is talking about patience and how time is not linear. It's secular. And so everything will come to you in divine timing, Aries. Taurus. All right, you have Mama Kocha, and this is a water element. This is saying go to the sea, take a salt bath, but it's also telling me get deep down into your emotions, Taurus, because you shut a lot of things off. And with Uranus moving into your sign, I would expect there's going to be some huge shifts, Taurus. Gemini, this would be me, and this is Green Tara. And this is salvation. Green Tara. All right, salvation. What are we being saved from, Geminis? I don't know. But this is a great sign. Okay, so my guides are saying to me, don't worry. Don't worry. Whatever is meant for you will come to you, and whatever is held back from you, you have to take it as salvation, protection from the universe, because everything will come in divine timing, and sometimes the universe has a bigger plan for us that we're unaware of. Cancer. All right, Cancer. Let's see who you have. This is Mama Keela, and this is the moon. And this is interesting because Cancer is ruled by the moon. So those new moons and those full moons, excuse me, are particularly powerful when the moon shows up. This is about the ebb and flow of the tides, the ebb and flow of the emotions. So Cancers, you definitely want to make those new moon wishes and write them down so that you can get that out there to the universe. Not to mention, this is for sun signs, rising signs, and moons. Leo, please let this be a good card, because the cards I've been picking for the Leos have been rough lately. And this is Mary. Oh, this is beautiful. This is miracles. And this is weird, because the way I'm seeing this in my screen, it looks like Jesus, but it's completely different when I turn it over. That kind of freaked me out. And I'm not a religious person, but Leos, and you don't have to be religious, but this is saying Mother Mary is shining down on you. Miracles are coming. Miracles are on their way. All you got to do is believe. And I know one particular Leo who has an Aries rising that is going to say, oh my gosh, this is a sign. I can hear her in my head already. But miracles are on their way, Leos. Just need to be patient. Virgo. Virgo. Oh, this is so pretty. This is the first time I'm looking at this deck. I didn't even have the chance to open it when it arrived. This is Athena. This is about knowledge. So this week, Virgos, you are going to be, your aha moment is going to be some great wisdom could be coming to you if you allow yourselves to be open and receptive. This is for the suns, the risings, and the moons. But look at how gorgeous that is. And I love the symbol of the owl. This is wisdom of things that are hidden. This is knowledge that is only shared with special few people. So pay attention to the knowledge and the wisdom that is coming to you this week, Virgos. Libra. Oh, this is so pretty. Yuki Onna, and this is stillness. So this goddess is Yuki Onna. It's saying to sit in the stillness. Libras, you really need to embrace this Mercury retrograde. When you sit in the stillness, and you know what, I think Libras in my March tarot scopes got the sweat lodge. That is the same exact symbol. You need to go within and take this time, take this journey to sit in stillness, sit in quietness, and wait for the answers to come to you. Scorpios. Dana Ross is a Scorpio, Master Scorpio. And this is, I just saw this card, Parvati, and this is devotion. So, Scorpios, the energy that I'm picking up for you for this week is asking for you to ask yourselves, what are you devoted to? What are you committed to? What is it that you're giving your time to or giving your time away to? So now you want to really think about those aspects. If you're wasting your time, are you devoted to things that are leading nowhere? Or you have a devotion to a higher connection that will lead you on the path of your true purpose? This is also telling me for the Scorpios, because I know they've been through a rough time, that your time and your devotion that you have put in will pay off, and you're coming to the end of that karmic trail. All of your lessons should be rewarded through the devotion that you have put through over the last year, for sure. It's been a rough ride for the Scorpios. Sagittarians. Let's see, we have Shakti, and this is transformation. And I truly believe this with the Sagittarians, that they are going through huge transformative times, especially with Jupiter in their sign for the next year. So pay attention, especially the 22 in Pluto. That is all about transformations. The first card for this week talks about revelations and aha moments. This is the butterfly in the cocoon waiting to emerge. It's almost like you're cooking, and I don't think you're going to fully emerge from that transformation until probably November of this year. My lighting just went out, so I apologize if it got dark in here. All right, Capricorns, I have this for you. Let's see. This is, I got to put the glasses on. I can't freaking see. This is Hestia? I don't know. You tell me. Hestia, it's about home. It's about the nest, kind of Cancer energy, if you ask me. Or, I can't even think. My mind is drawing a blank. I want to say Vesta, but maybe it is Vesta, is also the home goddess. But when I see this is saying to put your energies more into home than working, because you know those Capricorns, you're always work. Home is where the heart is what my guides are telling me. So you don't need to look beyond the home to find everything that you want, Capricorns, at least during this time. Aquarius. Aquarius, we have Saraswati, and this is mastery. Saraswati talks about you becoming the master of yourself, you becoming the master of your universe. The sun has just left the sign of Aquarius, so you should have bright light shining upon you right now. You are all charged up. You're ready to go. It's your birth new year just recently. So this is talking also about, instead of scattering yourselves across everywhere, here and there, you want to figure out how you can master and hone in on one specific speciality, one specific purpose, or one specific path, at least for right now, during these transits. And then finally, Pisces. Pisces, we have Artemis. And this is beautiful and perfect for the Pisces suns, risings, and moons. Artemis talks about focus. And now I know Pisces really have a hard time focusing because you've got one fish going one way, one fish going the other way. It's a dual sign, so you know you're flip-flopping back and forth. You've got the new moon in Pisces. The sun is in Pisces. You have the sun conjuncting Neptune, which is your ruler, then crossing over your ruler. So there's a lot going on with the Pisces this month, this week especially, and you really need to be focused. Think about the new moon. Think about your new moon wishes. This new moon is in Pisces. What are you going to focus on? Do not scatter your energies. Do not scatter your thoughts, Pisces. Okay, that is all I have for you for this weekly wisdom. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Be sure to check out the companion blog at expressionsoftheuniverse.com. I'll be posting that later tonight, as I have so many reading orders that I have to get to first. Share this video with your friends. Give me a like, thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, tell me why. Tell me what you would like to see. Make sure you comment me. If there's an area of the mystics that you would like to see, please let me know by commenting me. And you can subscribe right here to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I'm trying to come up with some new things here. Some master classes, some beginners classes, where I can teach you astrology, cards, crystals, all different kinds of good stuff. So that's what's going on in my mind right now, and I'm just working through all of the details, looking at some different platforms where I could post this content and serve all of you better, because I'm really feeling that I want to be in teacher mode and expand out in that arena. So stay tuned, as I'll have more of that later. Thanks again for watching. Mwah! Peace and blessings. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.